Hello YouTube, this is Jenny Pooh 6043. I made this video literally yesterday and was rewatching it. Not that I was going to edit anything because I don't know anything about that, but somehow I swiped and it just disappeared. That was annoying. So anyway, just trying to catch you guys up on what's going on with me. I had last time I blogged, I think I was at the point where I had done all my appointments for my VSG surgery, my revision, I should say, removal and revision to a sleeve. And I was just waiting for them to submit to insurance. So my surgeon's office told me that they were going to submit me on December 9th. And so I called that following Friday just to check on it to see, because some people have been approved in 2 days, some people it takes 30 days. Like, I didn't know where in the process I might fall, so it didn't harm to me. It didn't cause harm to check. So she's like, "Oh yeah, we got all your paperwork on 2 days ago." Excuse me. It should have been there 5 days ago. So, and then my surgeon's office was well aware of the fact that I was trying to push. I shouldn't be showing that. But anyway, was trying to push my surgery to the end of this year because my deductible, my out-of-pocket expense, I've been to the hospital so many times, or a doctor's office, or like the ER a couple times this year, that I've met enough of my out-of-pocket so that I would have to pay maybe $1,800 maybe, versus if it starts the new year, $3,500. So they knew I was trying to push this process through. So the lady at Blue Cross Blue Shield proceeds to tell me that, yeah, they have your tentative surgery date as January 25th through the 27th. Who did a what now? That ain't what we talked about. So I was like, so when you guys see that date, does that in your mind you guys go, oh, they don't want it until the end of the month next year? Like, we don't have to rush it through. She's like, no, we put them in as they come. Okay, fine. So she said, you can call back in about next Wednesday. I called next Wednesday. It's still being processed. She said, call back in a couple weeks. Who are you talking to? A couple weeks? I'm calling back here in 2 days. How about that? So I called back on Wednesday, and I was informed that my surgery was denied. So to say that I was upset is putting it mildly. I was at work when I called, shaking, almost in tears, and like my coworkers, we're pretty close, so they know about my surgeries and upcoming things, so they knew what I was waiting for, and they were just like, oh my God, they were really upset for me, and they were like, why? So I asked her, why was it denied? And it wasn't denied about anything about me, about my weight. It was denied because the documentation that was sent in by the doctor's office, she said, was not sufficient enough to show that it was a medical necessity to remove my band. And they didn't show documentation that I followed a post-op diet after my lap band. Okay, so the first thought in my mind is, this is what you guys do. Like, this is your job, to get people qualified for surgery. I work in healthcare. There are certain, you play the insurance game. You know what phrases to say to get stuff through. You know what they need, what they want. You know what to do. So I don't understand why this happened. This is very frustrating because I've been jumping through all these hoops, and then it's denied because of something that's beyond my control. That's something that they didn't do. So she's like, it's 46 pages long, and then there's some pages that are like blank because it's like one sentence on it or whatever. And she said, it looks like it's really just a bunch of your doctor's appointments as far as like my like weigh-ins and stuff, blah blah. So you expect the insurance company to look at all those dates and see when I came in for fields or unfields, and to be able to figure out on their own, like, oh, her band probably slipped here, so she had to get an unfield. Oh, her band probably isn't working good enough, so they had to. No, the insurance company's not going to do all that. That's your job to paint that picture. Like, in my mind, I'm not a doctor, but I would think if I'm trying to get my patient qualified for something, I'm going to send a narrative letter that's going to say, my name is Dr. So-and-so. This patient has been in under my care for this long. She had her lap band placed here. She's had multiple issues. She's had experienced tooth slips. She's had numerous bouts of acid reflux, you know what I'm saying, weight gain, and just all these things they could have said. Like, I could have written a letter and just said, dude, could you sign this, because I can tell you this is my life. I've been living it for 5 years. So that was disappointing. And then the part about the following the pre-op diet, I don't know how you prove that, because I was self-paced, so I didn't have to keep checking in with the nutritionist, which I wish I had to have. Especially like a year out. After a year out, that's when stuff, about 2 years after stuff falling apart. But anyway, never fails. Whenever I'm taping, people want to text me. Please. And yeah, so that's just really frustrating. So I'm like, what is my plan of course of action now? What do I do? So she said, you can contact the doctor's office and they can resubmit more information to justify that and say that or whatever. And so I called the doctor's office and they were closed. It's Wednesday. The holiday was this past weekend and Monday and this upcoming weekend and Monday. It is Wednesday, the middle of the week. Why are you closed? And they didn't even leave a voicemail. Like, they were like, we closed. Like, too bad, so sad, goodbye. Unless you die and call 911. Like, really? You could have said we closed for the holiday, something. So I called the insurance company back. I said, well, can you just tell them, like, can they call you and you can tell them that, it was denied? She's like, yeah, it can call us, provided that's not an issue. So I finally get a hold of someone the next day at the doctor's office, and it's one of the insurance lady, not the main lady, her helper, I guess. And so she's looking through my file, whatever. She was like, well, did you have your paperwork from day one, which is where I had my initial black band place, which is connected to that hospital, sent over? No, that's your job. Like, no one ever said, Jennifer, go get all your records from day one. That's your job. My job is to go to all these doctor's appointments. I don't understand why I'm supposed to be doing all this. Like, that's your responsibility to figure that out. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm not trying to say I don't have any responsibility, but that's the part that you do. I don't have access to my medical records. You do that. I'm like, no. So as she continues to look, she said, oh, the records are here. I'm going to punch you in your face. How about that? If I could see you through this phone. So she proceeded to tell me that they won't be able to do anything until, I said, well, my surgery was denied. She's like, how do you know? Can you fax me the letter? I said, I don't have a letter. And so she's like, well, how do you know? I'm like, I called. Like, it's not that hard. So she said, well, we can't do anything until we get the letter in our hand. What? I'm telling you, they said it's denied. You can call and they told you it was denied. I could see if it was the approval letter and they were like, we can't do the surgery or schedule a date until we get the letter stating they're going to pay for this. I would totally understand that. But they telling you we're not paying for this. And you need a letter to do that before. Really? Seriously? This is ridiculous. So, then I said, so of course everybody's out the office. The doctor's out the office. And so she said, oh yeah, the hospital gave us a courtesy, like 3 days we could take off. So I'm thinking to myself, it just happened, quote unquote, last week. If I wanted my surgery this week, I couldn't have gotten it anyway because y'all closed down. Nice. I work in a hospital. I wasn't off. I went to work today, Monday, last Saturday, like, whatever. So she proceeded to tell me that I left a voicemail for his nurse and let her know, like, I'll get to the blood pressure in a minute. I'm like, my blood pressure's going up. I'm gaining weight. Like, this is just going downhill from here. So I need you to communicate with me and let me know what it is that I need to do or what I can do on my end so we can speed this along. So the insurance company said it can take up to 10 days for them to produce this letter. That's cute. We just keep pushing stuff back. So right now, I don't really have a choice but to wait until Tuesday when hopefully I will be on the phone first thing. Like, I would need y'all to get that together. So that's all I can do. So the first recourse is to have the doctor write another letter explaining the information they don't have. If they deny that, then my second recourse is they can do a peer-to-peer where my surgeon will review it with a doctor from Blue Cross Blue Shield. And if they deny that, then I can do an appeal. The appeal, she said you really only get one shot at it, and they can write the appeal or I can write the appeal. And if I get to that point, God forbid that we have the appeal part, yeah, I'm doing it myself because I have vlogged my whole first year. So I can literally go back all my videos and watch when I was having trouble with my band, when I had to go in for emergency gun fields, when I was throwing up acid. All of that is on my videos. And I say every video, this is Jenny Pooh 6043. Today is blah, blah. Did I say that today? It's December 30th. I think I said that, 2016. If I didn't, girl, it's 2016. I'm so over 2016. I'm ready for it to be out. I'm over it. It sucked this entire year. I shouldn't say the entire year, but a lot of it was not good. So, which leads me to my next issue now is on Wednesday when I had the denial situation happen, I had been feeling some not tightness, but like it felt like someone had my heart, like, let's just say this is my heart, and somebody was just holding like this. Like this. Wasn't painful, just felt like somebody was holding it. I'm like, that ain't cute. So I was about to come home, and someone was like, no, go get a blood pressure cuff. Go to Walmart, and they had like a little thing you can take your blood pressure and whatever. And it was 160 over 101. What the hell? No other symptoms, no dizziness, no, I wasn't diaphoretic, nothing, like no pain, nothing. So I was like, okay, maybe because my arm is fat and this thing is really for skinny people, it gave me a bad reading. So I went to go buy a cuff. The lady said that cuff pretty much works really well. Okay. I took my blood pressure in the store because the pharmacist was going to take it, but she was taking forever. I was like, I ain't got time for this. I might be down right here in Walmart and you over there popping pills. The hell? So I took it again, 160 over 101. I get ready to leave Walmart. She's like, oh no, miss, wait for what? Before I can die in Walmart? I'm going to the emergency room. Goodbye. Go to the emergency room. I go in. I know in healthcare, I work in healthcare, so I know chest pain is a word that will get you triaged back quickly. So I went in, I was like, I'm having chest pain. Got back to the back. That gave me a back fast, but did it get me to see a doctor fast? Hell no. It was literally almost, it was literally almost 2.5 hours before I saw a doctor. So, of course, they come in, they want to stick you, poke you, you want to get on the scale. I didn't really care. I'm like, I'm fat, my blood pressure's up. I don't really care what I weigh right now. I don't even care. So, she puts the first IV in, and I'm literally bruised on my arm here. It doesn't really show up on this camera, but it's a bruise. I don't really bruise. I'm black. I don't really bruise like that. But she took the other one in. So long story short, all of my troponins were not elevated. My cardiac enzymes were fine. My EKG was fine. My chest X-ray was fine. So he literally just gave me some 600 milligram ibuprofen and was just like, holler back at your boy. Oh, that was cute. Hours for that. Like, whatever. So I said I'm going to follow up with a cardiologist. Now, I purposely have a PPO for insurance because I don't like having to go to a primary doctor for her to tell me to go to a cardiologist when I know I can just go straight to the cardiologist. That's just me. So my doctor is actually in the process of moving from office in Olympia Fields to Frankfurt, which is not that far from me, but it still was like, seriously. So I try to make an appointment. Long story short, the cardiologist's office can't see me to the 17th. Cute. But they want me to follow up with the primary doctor first. I ended up getting a different doctor who I'd never seen before. Actually was a very wonderful man. Very good bedside manner. Listened to everything I had to say. I mean, I became tearful when I was talking about how, things are going on and how I talked about my weight loss surgeries and blah, blah. And so he really was wanting me to be proactive in how we were going to treat this. And so he's like, I can give you a written script. And if you want to think about taking something, let me know. Or if you want to go ahead and just take it now. And, what do you want to do? And so I told him I'm open to taking something temporarily. And hopefully with all the stress, because work has been extremely stressful, I can't even get into that. There's family stuff going on. And then the denial for my surgery, which in my mind, I would have been sleeved by now and in recovery. So it's just a lot going on, especially this week, let alone these past couple months. So, yeah, so we decided I agreed to take a 5 milligram, I forgot the name of the pill already. It's not allopurinol because that's for gout. Sorry. I forgot the name of it, but I took it already. So he said that, just be mindful the first couple of days. You might be tired because it's going to open up your blood vessels to decrease that heaviness in your chest and to decrease the blood pressure. So you might get some swelling in your feet. I'm like, I already have swelling in my feet. Like, my weight is I'm literally up to 251 pounds. My highest recorded weight ever was 256. That's not cute. That was way before my band. And day of my band surgery, I was 242. So I'm more than I was before I got my band. Like, it's just out of control. And I don't feel like I'm eating like out of control. It's just out of control. So he was looking back through my chart, and I didn't realize it until I was speaking to a friend on my way home. And he showed me that my blood pressure started going up in May of 2015. That time is significant in my life because that's when my mother first started getting sick. I never made that connection before until I was talking to my friend, and I was like, And that was a very extremely stressful time in my life. My mom was passed on, coming up on a year in January 16th of this upcoming year. And I didn't realize how stressed I was. I mean, I do, but I don't, because I actually developed like a sore in my mouth because I was so stressed. The dentist was like, that stress. And I'm like, that's horrible. Of course, my band acted a complete fool. Like, it was just a bad time. So I feel like my body is still adjusting to that. So this video is starting to get long. So long story short, surgery was denied. I'm not giving up. I am going to believe God that they're going to fix this, and it's not going to take them. I'm still believing God. The date that they set, that January 25th to the 27th, I'm believing God that I'm going to still have my surgery on that date. I'm putting that in the universe. I'm believing God for that. So thanks for listening to me ramble on. It wasn't the most positive video, but it is what it is. So hopefully this will even give me more ammo for my surgery. Like, now I'm on blood pressure medicine. Like, this is even more reason why I need to have this done. So that's it. I had plans for New Year's Eve, but I'm shutting everything down. I canceled my nail appointment. I'm not leaving the house. I'm really going to stay in the house probably until I go back to work on Tuesday. Maybe do some yoga and just chill and just try to get myself woosad, because it's just my health is at stake, and I can't have that. So thanks for watching, checking in with me, keeping up with me. Thank you for all your comments, your concerns, questions. If you have any, please feel free to leave them below. I will answer you back, I promise, as soon as I see them, and I usually get notifications right away. Click that subscribe button, click the little bell, and you'll know when I'm uploading videos. I will be uploading way more frequently once I get to the part I'm actually like pre-op and all that kind of stuff, whatever, because I want to show, what I'm going to be eating and like my plan and like the things I'm going to do. So yeah. So again, thanks for stopping by. I will talk to you guys later, hopefully with more better, exciting news than what I had to deliver today. All right. Have a happy new year. Be safe. And I'll probably see you guys in 2017. Bye.